Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 90 Day Fiance. This is season 7, episode 2, okay? They don't know. Let's jump right into it. We starting off first with Tania, okay? So last episode we saw that Tania was stressed out because her and her homegirls was in the car and they were on the way to go pick up Sinjin from the airport, and she was thinking that he had already landed or whatever. And so she was being nervous, okay? And so this episode picks up, they're still in the car. She's still nervous, but then he messages her. He's like, "Hey, I got like held back in customs, like." So basically, they're gonna be like on time for the airport, okay? So her and her homegirl's happy, okay, because this is a family affair. And so they get to the airport. They have like a little bouquet of flowers, okay? And all of a sudden, her and her homegirls, they just start taking the petals off the flowers, okay, and just sprinkling them all on the ground, okay. And I'm like, what in the trash is going on? I'm like, pick all of this up, okay. So they think this is romantic or cute or I don't know, okay. They think it's cute, okay. I don't know what movie they're getting this off of, but I was like, girl, this ain't it. This ain't it, okay? And so the janitor, he's looking at them from across the way like, girl, I know y'all lying. I know y'all lying, okay? So he go over there and he try to clean it up, and they get mad at him for cleaning it up. I said, what is going on, okay? I would have hit them with the broom if it was me. This is trash. I gotta pick it up, y'all. I don't know what y'all doing. But I'm trying to clean the floor and y'all messing it up. I would have hit him with the broom, okay? He was trying to clean it up, and they were like, no, you better stop it. Just you could wait. And I was like, how rude, okay? The man was like, my boss don't like this. This is trash. I gotta clean it up, okay? And they was like, you could wait. And I was like, wow. So Tania and friend and homegirls, I'm like, I don't know if I liked y'all before, but y'all making a very bad impression on everybody because it was just unnecessary, all of that. But anyway, so the man, he like allows them to put the notes, keep these little flower petals or whatever to make it cute. And so Sinjin shows up, and so they get to hooping and hollering, the friends and her. And Sinjin runs up and they hug and everything. And now they got the whole airport's attention because her and her homegirls, first they was littering. Now they just doing way too much. And I was like, okay. I mean, it's cute that they, haven't seen each other for a while. And then they coming together. But I was like, you and your homegirls, y'all do way too much. Okay. So they see Sinjin. Sinjin and Tania, they get to kissing it or whatever. And so then we talk to Sinjin, okay? Because whenever they first land in America, we get like the first like on air interview with them. They introduce themselves or whatever. He was like, I'm Sinjin or whatever. I'm from South Africa. And you know what? I wish I had like 180 days to get to know Tania, but I only have 90, so I gotta get married. And I was like, that don't sound promising. Okay, Sinjin does not seem like he is. Sinjin does not seem like he is gun-ho about this whole thing. I'm like, this is a mess. Tania and homegirls just seem like they doing way too much. Sinjin was like, I don't know about any of this. And I'm like, I don't know about it either. Okay. So they go back to the Sinjin also said he thought like it was just gonna be a one night stand, and now they're about to get married. I said, okay, all right, that's what you had to say about your fiance. Sinjin is not into this, okay? So they head back to the hotel, okay? They're in the SUV. They got Sinjin and Tania in like the seat in front of her homegirls, okay? Homegirls in the back just on their phones or whatever. And then Sinjin and Tania are like hugged up and they're smooched up or whatever. I was like, this is so awkward. Why would you invite your homegirls to go meet your boo? Like, that you haven't seen in like a while. I was like, this is so awkward, okay? So they make it to the hotel. And Sinjin is like, okay, they still here. They like walk into the room with them, and Sinjin is like, okay, do y'all live here, or like what y'all like? Can y'all go to y'all room, or like, can can I go in the bathroom by myself, or y'all gonna come in here with me? Because I don't understand what's going on. Okay, so I guess the friends take a hint, and they decide to leave at some point. And so, Sinjin. So the friends tell us that Tania said to come back in 2 hours. So they gonna come right back in 2 hours. Okay, so Sinjin and Tania, they do what they gotta do. They want some alone time or whatever. Cool. At least I get a little 2 hours alone. Sinjin, I'm sorry, but you just got 2 hours to spend alone with Tania. So then right at 2 hours, we hear nah. Hey, what's up? Okay, so they bust in. I said, oh my God, I would have been on the plane right back to South Africa. I've been like, this way too much. Like, I'm not here for a polyamorous relationship. I'm not here with you and your friends. Like, this is too much, okay? But Sinjin is like, okay, hopefully I'm gonna spend some alone time with you. But your friends seem like they want to also be in a relationship with me. So I mean, I guess. But so Tania and the gang, they go like to hit New York City and like walk around and have a good time because Sinjin really likes New York City or whatever, and he wants to explore. Okay, so I thought that was cute. But of course, the friends are in the background right behind them. I said, oh my gosh. So Tania blindfolds Sinjin, okay, and Sinjin is like, girl, what is going on? So she blindfolds him when they're right in like Times Square. And she's like, I got a surprise for you. So her and her homegirls, they pull out a banner, okay? They pull out this big banner and it says, thank you for flying across the world for me. Love you, sugar. Okay? And Sinjin loves it. He thinks it's cute. I'm like, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, okay? But Sinjin says like he doesn't know if they're like compatible yet or not. And I'm like, we don't know either, because I want to wait to see what's going to happen with them. That was all for this episode. But yeah, tell me what y'all thought of them in the comments below, because I hope y'all have some comments about them, okay? So next we have Michael and Juliana. Michael, okay. Michael says that Juliana has her visa interview next week. So he wants to go to the jewelry store to buy her a pendant or something like that. Like an American flag pendant or something like that. To send to her. Just because, okay? I guess he said a reason, but I was like, okay, just because. Just say just because, okay? So he goes to the jeweler. He tells the jeweler what he wants or whatever, and he's like, and Michael's like, how much is it going to take cost to ship it to Brazil? And the man is like, carat of 3, 4 carat of 7. That's $4,000. Okay, what's that? Oh my God, $4,000 to send this pendant to Juliana, but Michael says that it's worth it. Okay, then he's about to pay for it, and and then Juliana calls, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, yeah, this is kind of a bad time to talk about it, but I mean, I don't know. Let's go. Let's just talk about it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's probably because you maxed it out. Yeah, how much did you? Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's probably, you can't spend any more on it. I mean, it's probably, I was like, oh my gosh. So he tells us that he gave the cards to, or he gave Juliana access to his cards for like groceries and stuff like that, because he keeps saying that this girl is poor. She's from a poor part in Brazil. He's stressing the fact that she is poor, okay, but she's a model that goes to like every country. I'm like, well, she has to be making a little money as like a professional model that gets flown out everywhere. So like, she has to have like some type of money coming in, okay? But anyway, so if he wants to sell this store, then that's fine, okay? So that's why she has access to his cards, but for groceries, okay? But for some reason, Juliana done bought her a car. I I was like, oh my God. Okay. So Juliana bought her a car. He was like, Juliana bought a car knowing that she's about to come to America with me. So why she need a car? I said that she bought that car for her man that's in Brazil, okay? She has a boyfriend in Brazil. This is just my theory, okay? She has a boyfriend in Brazil or her mom or somebody that she bought the car for. And because it wouldn't make no sense for her to have a car for the meantime and in between time before she comes to America, okay? Because she know your stupid self is going to get her a car and whatever she wants whenever she's in America, okay? So I don't know why she's maxing out your cards for a car. But you don't mind, so I don't mind, okay? So the jeweler during this whole conversation, the jeweler is in the back just laughing at Michael. I said, oh, he's in the back just crunching up. I ain't got my hair stuck, y'all. The jeweler is in the back doing this with the numbers and oh my God, no she didn't. Oh my gosh, no she didn't. Okay, he's in there laughing at Michael along right with us. Okay, I said, oh my gosh. So next scene, we have Michael. He is heading to Rio de Janeiro for the interview for her visa. Okay, so he's packing. He says that he is worried because whenever she did her visa, her visitor visa, she got denied immediately. Okay, no questions asked. They were like, turn around, go ahead. You ain't coming. Nope, you ain't getting no visitor visa. Okay. So why? Okay, Michael says it's because he says it's because he says it's because she's a girl from a poor part of Brazil and he's an older man and her passport is full of stamps from other countries. So that makes her look bad. I said, okay, yes, all of those things, okay? So he lands in Rio. She's at the hotel. He pulls up to the hotel to see her, to spend time with her. They get in there, and she's happy to see him, and he's happy to see her, and everything. It is so awkward. The girl looks so young, and he looks his age. So it's awkward. Okay, I was like, and the way he was looking at her the whole time, I was like. So he proceeds to tell her that she does look very, very skinny. He's like, you're very skinny. Is it because you're not eating or and she was like, well, it's because I missed you and I was sad. And he was like, it's because you're a poor girl from Brazil and you act like a poor girl from Brazil when you're not with me. And now that I'm here, you're acting like a rich American. Okay, and I said, oh my gosh. So that tells you how he views her. He views this whole relationship. That's how he views her in this whole relationship. And I'm like, there it goes right there, Michael. Okay. So, whenever he landed, before he got to the hotel, he first called his ex-wife, okay? And he says that him and his ex-wife are close. If anything happens to him, or if anything goes wrong, it's like, his ex-wife is the one who knows everything and she's the mother of his kids, so that's his important person, okay? And he was saying that Juliana, is a little jealous from his point of view, so he's saying that he hopes that she doesn't become jealous and, realize that they're really close and just friends, okay? I said, okay, girl. So, the next thing we got, they wake up and it's the next day, okay? It's the day of the interview. He still says that he is worried about everything, okay? And she looks like she is worried too. Juliana looks like she knows something that he don't know and we don't know, okay? I said, girl, just say it, okay? It's going to come out in the interview, all right? So they do the interview. The cameras can't go in the interview, of course. So right after the interview, they interview Juliana. And they're like, girl, what happened? And she's like, it had went bad. And we're like, okay, what do you mean by bad, girl? Like, what happened? And then she was like, they was just in there asking stupid questions. Like, I don't understand what they was asking, just stupid, okay? And she eventually says it's because they asked her if she had been working as a prostitute for the past 10 years. And I was like, well, what did you say, girl? Did you say no or yes? Like, What's the answer? Okay, she says no. Okay, she said it was offensive. No, he said it was offensive, but she was like, I mean, he was like, I'm gonna go talk to my lawyer about this because I can't believe they can just ask questions like this. And she was like, yeah, they don't need to be asking. I was like, Juliana, just tell us the truth, baby, because obviously something is obviously Juliana is hiding something. Okay, so she has it written all over her face. Okay, and then Michael says that he can't believe they asked her that, and if she's a prostitute, that means that he is a pimp or her John. And he was like, I've never paid for sex in my life. Okay, and I was like, okay, Michael. We just go ignore this whole situation for what it is and her maxing out your cards or whatever. Okay, that's fine. All right. So so he says that they basically need a police report. A police report that says that she is clear, I guess. She hasn't committed any like wrongdoings. And they need to bring that to the consulate. That is their chance at her getting a visa, okay? So the last scene that they have, they're on the beach somewhere, and Michael says that he is worried and he's concerned, like that he doesn't know everything about Juliana. Oh wow, there's things you don't know about this girl? Who would have known? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Michael. I thought you knew everything about her, right? From that time you met her at that party on the yacht. I thought you knew everything about her. Oh my gosh. Any, anyway, so Juliana is still looking suspicious. Michael is like, if she doesn't get her visa for America, I don't know what I can do. And I'm like, so it's over, okay? So Juliana asked him, she's like, maybe we can move to London. And he's like, I got 2 kids, girl. They live in America, so that's a no-go. And she's like, well, I mean, so they don't know what's going to happen. Juliana does some on camera interviews, and she gets to crying because that little card was doing something for her. She got somebody a new car, like she was maxing out that card, okay, that money, okay. So this will be really sad for Juliana if she has to, if this cash flow is stopped, okay. So I don't know, Juliana girl, it's not looking good for you, girl, okay. So next we have my favorites, okay, Anna and Marcel, okay. So they checked out of the hotel. Remember last time she picked them up from the airport, okay, and they spent some time together at a hotel in Chicago, and so now they're on their way to her house in Nebraska, okay. Anna says that they had a good night together. I said, okay, girl, say no more. That's all I need to hear, okay. They're in the car, and Marcel is like, girl, where are the mountains? Where are these mountains? Where are these beautiful mountains, okay? And she's like, oh, we ain't got no mountains over here, Marcel. And so all he sees is like rows of corn. And he's like, that's it. It's just rows and rows of corn, that's it. So he's like, I want to go back to Turkey. And I was like, well. So he says he misses Turkey, and then he starts to play. He turns on some Turkish music, and he starts to, doing all of this and all of that. And I was like, okay, go Marcel, okay. I was like, all right, girl. So, anyways, he says that he is nervous to see her kids. He wishes to be like a brother figure to her 2 oldest kids, and more of like a father figure to her youngest. So I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna go, because them children is not having it, okay? Them children is very smart. They like, girl, no, okay? So they make it to the house. And they make it to the house. Marcel walks in. The boys are playing video games or whatever. Marcel's like, hey. And the boys is like, Marcel, hey, what's up? What's up, Marcel? Hey. And Marsal, you know, he like greets the little one first, gives him a little, what's up, boo? How you doing? Okay. He goes for the oldest, Joey. Okay. He tries to do the little. He tries to pull Joey's head in. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joey. Okay. Joey's like, Go ahead with all of that. I'm not doing it. I want to shake your hand. Okay. Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? Okay. So he's like a little frustrated. He's like, why you didn't want to do it with me? Like, come on. So he goes to the Gino, I think is the middle child. He goes to the middle child, Gino. Gino's like, come on, give me some. Give me some. All right. Go ahead over there. Okay. He tries to do it to Joey again. He's like, Joey, like, can you just give me the... Okay. He pushes Joey's head into his face. He do the... Okay. And Joey's like, okay. All right. That's a Joey. Joey's not playing with Marsal, okay? So they just saying, you know, they don't know... Marsal don't know English like that, and they don't know Turkish. So they just looking around after that like... So Joey's like, how are you? How was the flight? And Marsal is like... And so... So Anna has to step in. She's like, you gotta use the text app. You know, just put it in here real quick. Hey, how was the flight? How, you know, so... Good. 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 Okay, I said, okay, wow. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night. So, they try to pick up on some, like, words he's saying that, like, I think chaka means bad. I'm definitely messing it up, okay? But they try to like pick up on it. And so Joey's like, you like pizza? You know, do you like pizza? What's up? And he's like, pizza? Chaka. No chaka. I don't know, okay? So they get to eating pizza. Marsal is just being bougie, okay? But he's eating the pizza like... No, like Turkish pizza, chaka. Okay, and we're like, what? He's like, this is not good. Okay, Turkish pizza's better. This is not good. This is nasty. Okay, I said, look, you better eat that Papa John's. Okay, you better eat that Papa John's and stop playing. Okay, so the kids is like, okay, we sorry. We're just trying to give you some food and have good hospitality. You saying our food is nasty? Okay, girl. Anyway. So they like, you want to play some video games or something? Like play some video games? And he like, Chaka, chill out. I don't want to play no video games, okay? And they're like, play some video games. He's like, Chaka, stop playing with me, okay? I said, this is so awkward, okay? It was so awkward. The whole evening was awkward. The kids was they honestly was trying to get along with him. Okay, but it was just not working out. The communication is key. It wasn't working out. Anna, you wrong for this. You wrong for bringing this man to your kids and just making it super awkward and putting them in such a bad situation. So that was that. The next scene we got Marsal, we got Anna, and we got her middle child, Gino, headed to lunch. They're going to have lunch with her mom, okay? And she's saying her mama already has some biases against Turkey, okay? Her mama's name is Charlene. Charlene shows up. Charlene, you know, she tries to give him a good greeting. She's like, hey, Marsal, hey. Hey, Marsal, how are you, okay? And he's like, she knows the greeting. She did it right, okay? So I was like, okay. That's the only thing y'all gonna like each other on, okay? So, it is awkward. She's like, hey, Marsal, like, you know, how are you? And he's like, okay. So I said, okay. So she sits down and she orders some beer. And Anna's like, Mom, you can order some beer? And she's like, girl, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm going to order me some beer, okay? And she's like, girl, you want some beer too? And Anna's like, Marsal, can I have some beer? And Marsal's like, Shaka, girl, no. Okay, stop playing, okay? And she's like, and me and the audience and Mama was like, Girl, why you asking this man if you can have some beer? Like, girl, this is a mess, okay? So, um, whatever. So she's like, girl, this is a mess. Um, then he was the grandma was like, well, why don't you like people to drink beer? And he was like, well, when Americans drink beer, they get fat, okay? And I was like, obviously the mama and Anna are of a bigger stature, and I was like, wow. Let me tell you something. Marcel has no filter, okay, and you could tell Grandma was a little offended. She was like, okay, well, if that's how it's gonna be, let's get it, okay. And then she started to be she started to be prejudiced, okay. She was like, you know what, Gino, can you text him to see if he's gonna throw stones at Anna? Because in Turkey you gotta do what the man says, and if you don't do what the man says, they're gonna throw stones. They gonna throw stones on you. And I heard from the news, y'all know what channel she watches. I heard from the news that they be beheading people and they be throwing stones at people and throwing people off of roofs. So text him if he gonna do that to Anna. And Gino being messy, he was like, I'm gonna text it. You gonna throw stones to my mama? And Marcel was like, no, I love Anna. She's happy. Like, girl, what? I was like, Mama's definitely being prejudiced, okay? So, then Grandma asked how Marcel's family feels about her kids. And Anna was like, well, that's an easy question. They don't know anything about the kids, okay? And Grandma was like, why? And Anna and Marcel say it's because, like, it is frowned upon in Turkey to get with somebody or marry somebody that already has kids, okay? It is just, and the worst that can come from it is that you can be banished or you can be exiled, okay? And so, Gino took that to heart. He was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to be nobody's secret. I was like, yes, Gino. Gino was like, I am not nobody's secret, okay? Like, I should, my mama should be proud to tell people about me or whatever. And I was like, yes, Gino. So it was just so bad for Gino to be there to hear that. I was like, ooh, this isn't a good look, Anna, okay. So, Grandma asked if he's going to go back home if his family finds out about Anna's kids. And Anna's like, yeah, so you're going to go back home if your family finds out about my kids? And he's like, Anna, maybe. I might. And Anna gets to crying, and I say, Anna, you didn't think any of this through, girl. You dragging your kids through this mess, girl. You didn't think any of this through, girl. But anyway, next we get to Robert and Annie, okay? Here's another one with his kid, okay? So he's going to get some drinks with his homeboy Juan, okay? Juan is from the DR. We got an on-camera interview with Juan. Juan is like, look, I know these girls from the DR, okay? They be in it for the money, okay? They keep calling you stupid or whatever, like, they know how to get money out of people or whatever. And I was like, how you just gonna talk about the girls in your country like that? Like, really Juan? Okay, that's how Juan feels, okay? So whatever. So Juan and Robert get to talking, and Juan is like, I don't understand why you want to, like, be with this girl from the DR. Like, she obviously wants your money. And he's like, have you sent her any money or gifts or anything, or is she asking for stuff? And at first Robert says no, and then he's like, yeah, well, I mean, I sent her money, but she don't ask for it. And the friend was like, yeah, I mean, she don't have to because you just send it, stupid, okay? And so Robert's getting upset. He tells us that, Juan is overstepping his boundaries, and he doesn't know Annie, and he needs to stop speaking so generally about the girls in the DR. And Juan is like, I had a homeboy who was in the exact same position that you're in, and the girl just disappeared, okay? And I was like, okay, I mean, so Robert is like, you don't know Annie, so shut up, basically. And so he was like, well, if it's anything differently, I feel stupid. But I said, girl, Juan, I don't know. So Robert says he doesn't feels like he's being used. Next scene, we got Robert and we got his little boy Bryson, okay? Bryson They decorating the house. Annie is arriving that day. They're going to go pick her up from the airport. Right when they get to the airport, boy, Bryson was cutting up in that. Bryson was cutting up in that airport. Okay, I said, look, I would have got, look, Bryson. You would have to pull Bryson to the side and say, hey, I know it's a long time, baby, but you gonna have to stop all of this, okay? I know he's a kid, y'all. But I was like, Bryson was doing way too much, okay? I don't know how long they were still standing there, but Bryson was cutting up, okay? So, so they, Annie, she finally makes it. They see Annie. Bryson runs up to Annie, and, they have a little moment, and then she has a little moment with Robert, and I was like, it's cute. It's kind of cute for right now, okay? She says she loves Bryson, and she's happy to see them or whatever. And so they get to the car. They're in the car. They're about to be headed back to the house, and I'm not even gonna talk about what happened in the car with Team Robert and Annie. That little quick moment, but I was like, okay, girl. They make it back to the house, and they go into the bedroom. And it's like late at this point. So Bryson, poor thing, is just tired, okay? Bryson is like, look, you had me in the airport for hours. Like, girl, I'm tired, okay? And so he tries to put Bryson to sleep or whatever. And he tells us that, before Annie got there, him and Bryson will sleep in the same bed or whatever. They just had one bed. And so now he didn't buy a new bed for Bryson at all. They're just all gonna sleep in the same bed together. What type of why would you bring somebody into your bed with your child who is a stranger? That is a stranger to Bryson, okay? I'm like, what are y'all thinking? Oh my gosh. But anyway, and so Annie's like, girl, I don't like this. Like, Bryson needs to get his own bed. Like, girl, I don't like this. Like, I want to have time with Robert. It's not like I'm not in a relationship with both of y'all, right? Like, that's his son, but like, this is way too much, okay? And I'm like, yes, Annie, this is way too much. Robert says that he's not going to get a bed for Bryson anytime soon. I said, this don't make no sense, okay? So they're trying to have some like time together, and Bryson, he keeps like calling for them or whatever. He has to put on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for him. It don't work. He in there cutting up. He's doing cartwheels and flips all up on Robert. Annie is like, you know what? I don't even have to unpack. You can put my suitcase right back in the car and let's head right back to the airport. I'll wait in the airport till the next flight comes. Cause this, she's like, I spent months without a man, and I have my man here now, and I can't even spend alone time with him. And I was like, girl, this is a mess. This is a mess, okay? She said she never saw anything. She never saw anything like what Bryson was doing. And I was like, yes, Bryson was cutting up, okay? I don't know if Robert, I guess he was just excited because somebody new was in the house, but it was a mess, okay? So that was Robert and Annie. Next, we have Emily and Sasha. So they're about to go meet ex number 1, his first wife, Masha, okay? They're going to meet up with her because they want to have some like good footing, because I'm not sure if they were trying to like take Daniel like to go live with them, or like just have some permission so that Daniel could come visit like a couple times a year or whatever. So I was like, I didn't understand what they were trying to do. But Masha, they have like a sit down with Masha, okay? It's Masha on one side, Emily on one side, and Sasha's in the middle, okay? So Emily says that, him and Masha didn't work out. They got married, they didn't work out. Then he got with ex number 2, and then ex number 2 didn't work out. Masha says it's because they didn't work out was because whenever he became a personal trainer, he got buff. And so whenever he got buff, his wife didn't like it, ex number 2, and she was like, I don't want to be with you no more. Sasha, who are you trying to fool with these stories? Sasha is so full of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So obviously ex number 2 and Emily's timelines, they overlap, okay? And Masha confirmed it, okay? We got like a whole we got a whole interview with Masha, and Masha spilled all of the tea, okay? She was like, look, I was his first wife. He, he left me for wife number 2, okay? The only way I found out and like we got a divorce was because when the girl got pregnant, she came to Masha and was like, hey, you need to get a divorce from him so he can come be with me, okay? And she was like, the girl was nice and everything, and she was good to him. And, he cheated on wife number 2 with Emily. Okay, so Sasha is just Sasha's out here just sowing his oats everywhere, okay? Sasha don't know he don't know. She says whatever, she says a quote. Let me see if I can remember it. She's like, wherever the wind blows, the man will follow. His family has no, like, hold on him or whatever. I was like, girl, you better preach that, okay? So that's what Sasha's doing, okay? So they sit down with her, and Masha's not having it, okay? Masha's like, why do y'all have to go to America? Like, like you have 2 children here and you're gonna bring your 3rd child to America, so it's like they won't be able to spend time with their brothers and stuff like that. And he's like, they'll have Masha says that like the woman should follow the man, not the man should follow the woman. And I was like, slow down, Masha, slow down with all that, okay? I was on your side, girl, but slow down, okay? And so Masha says it's his idea to move to America, not hers, okay? So Masha's like, okay, well, like, what else you want to talk to me about? And she basically says, if Daniel wants to, her son Daniel, if Daniel wants to come to America, that will be his decision. But it won't be mine, and it won't be yours, okay? And she's like, we'll see when the time comes. And y'all know Emily. Emily got, whenever she gets pressed, she gets dizzy, okay? She's like, ooh, girl, I don't feel good. Ooh, girl, I don't feel, ooh, Lord, I don't feel good. I gotta go, okay? I gotta go. This is way too much for me, okay? And so I was like, okay, Emily. So Masha also says that, like, Sasha does what he want to do, and Sasha's only using Emily as an excuse to go to America, girl. She's like, this is what Sasha does. This is who he is. And I was like, I totally believe you, sis, okay? So Sasha ain't ish, okay? We know that. That was this whole episode, you guys. Let me know what y'all thought of it in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave me some comments below what y'all thought of this episode, because it was all over the place, okay? And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.